What's really alarming to me is the fact that y'all seen the title of who planned that, right? And we know when it comes to Planned Parenthood, especially as a birth worker, it's just someone who is educated in the history of Planned Parenthood. This situations like this, content like this, continues to show us why having a system to teach children things like sexual education and make it a just a this is it's it's just your virginity. And me being a healer, me being very spiritual, me being a woman who knows that a virginity is not made up, is it's not a nonsense. For me, I fully believe in rites of passage, and your virginity is something that is sacred. And we're in a space in society to where we have completely lost sight of celebrating the modesty, celebrating our rites of passage, whether that's becoming a woman, whether that is you losing your virginity. It's almost as if as a society, as a collective, we are okay with them teaching our children or even opening up the mindset to anal as early as middle in high school. And I feel like when we let our oppressors be at the hand of educating our children, especially to an act that's so sacred, is where we should start to open our minds to think that this is not okay and it cannot continue to go that way. And it's videos like this is what makes me even more happy that I made the decision to homeschool my child. And I would continue to encourage others to do the same, because the moment the oppressor starts to educate our children on such topics like this is where I think we completely lose sight of our culture, our integrity, our morals, our values, and that's a problem for me. I don't think that as a collective we really wrapped our minds around the fact that introducing such young minds to anal sex and teaching them that virginity is nonsense, it's made up. It's teaching them to stay away from their self-discipline, their confidence, their own morals, their values. And to me, it's like, How are people comfortable with this, you know, and not wanting to speak up and not allow these things to enter into the minds of our children? We have children that don't even know how to read past second grade, third grade levels, but we want to introduce our children to such things as anal, teaching them to not really appreciate the sacred act of sex, and to teach them that, you know, this is teaching a child not to respect themselves wholeheartedly. And I personally don't like that this interferes with spirit, and it's like, it's just very disturbing. And I think a lot of people are careless when it comes to being exposed to things like this. And I'm not saying, you know, you shouldn't teach your child about sexual education, but I do think that what we are missing in today's society is the spiritual aspect of it all. And that's a problem for me. I think it's time that we start to really understand and overstand the importance of rites of passages, and to educate our children about their virginity, and learning to respect themselves and hold themselves up and accountable to understand that this is not just a nonsense. This is something that is very sacred to you. This is your first time you're going to be opening yourself up. See, they don't understand. This is the first time a person who's a virgin will open themselves up to such high energy. Love making, the act of love making, intimacy. You're literally for the first time exchanging sexual energy, and that energy is powerful. It is powerful. That type of energy will make you do some things that, if you don't understand properly, will lead you down a narrow path that we really don't want. And videos like this continue to show me that we as parents have got to do a lot better in the way that we gatekeep on what our children are introduced. It's like our expectations for our children needs to be, it's a here, and it need to be here. It's here, and it need to be here. Like, it need to be surpassed. It need to be up here. And when you look at videos like this, it's, in my mind, it's like, where have we gone as a society to let things like this to be okay? Who said that this is how children, we need to have children learn this way early on, middle school, high school, on different ways to lose their virginity, how they can lose their virginity. I get educating it on the tampons and just doing certain things. Okay, cool. I understand that. But when you go as far as to devalue virginity and allowing children to have this type of sexual liberation without properly educating them, without allowing them to understand what this is even getting them into. You know, I think as a collective we undervalue and undermine the ability of sexual energy exchange. We act too careless. We we don't take precautions, we don't educate ourselves. We just do what we feel are these urges. And when you think about it, us as adults, we can barely control those urges. So think about how children are and how they will be when this is introduced to them. And I need to do some research on seeing where this is. I need to research some more. I know that because this for me has gotten too far, and it's unsanitary. Anal sex is very unsanitary, and it's a no. This continues to show me how careless we have gotten as a collective to even allow something like this to even surface. And I feel like they only create things like this because we don't speak up enough. We not involved enough. I ain't gonna say speak up because I feel like people speak up a lot. But this goes to show how uninvolved we are as parents, as a community, and somewhat as a culture. So when I see this being showcased and introduced to children, and it's crazy to me. It's distasteful. And to dismiss the honor of virginity and not, and it's just crazy not educating a child on rites of passage for this particular thing. See, we have gotten so far away from spirituality. We've gotten so far away from that, and we can clearly see it in what is shown to us on the daily. So with that being said, family, comment below your thoughts. Let me know how you feel. And yeah, let me know. Comment below. Peace.